So my mom had this doll from the 50s, and it was this, basically it was her only toy. My mom was like, she had a really terrible childhood, and one of the only toys that she got for Christmas, because usually she would get like clothes or like in her stocking, I'd be like, what did you used to get in your stocking? She'd be like, oh, they'd put like a soda in there or like an apple or, you know, things like that, you know? And so she got clothes, practical things that she needed, you know? But toys were like a luxury item, so she didn't get those for Christmas. And then that one year she got her first toy, and it was Tony. And Tony was this African-American plastic baby doll, and he was probably about
backhanded plastic
2 feet high.
Lost me.
Like
what?
Yeah, he was a 2 feet tall doll. Yeah, 2 feet tall.
Fucking huge.
But back in the 50s, that was normal. They didn't have these like tiny little baby dolls. They had like these big plastic molded dolls.
They're like, here, follow us with your tags.
Because Tony, we would dress him up in newborn baby clothing, so he had to be a pretty sizable doll to fit that, you know?
Mark, you had to find one of those dolls.
So yeah, she had Tony from childhood, and she kept it. And Tony had, you know, suffered some battle damage, so I guess like his toes and stuff, they like, you know, broke off and stuff, and so she kept all of his toes. I guess I don't know why, I don't know how she'd be able to ever repair that, but she kept like his toes, and she had him in a little Gerber baby food jar.
Oh, bless her heart though, because like that's super sentimental.
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was just some creepy shit.
Well, for me, it was creepy because I don't know any of that backstory. All I know is we're coming into this house, we're clearing out stuff that her grandma had in this house, and I just find a jar. I open it up and I'm like, what is this? And she's like, oh, that's Tony's fingers and toes. And I was like, what? And then she's like, and then she finally explained it, and I was like,
You're being weird.
This is shit.
That. You should have just left it at that.
That was a little weird though, because I mean, my mom had a jar with like my teeth, my baby teeth, a jar of like a braid of my hair. Like, I mean, if you
She also have 6 candles placed in a circle, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you came here for an estate sale and like none of the living family members were here to tell the stories of these findings, people would be like, this is like a witch's house. There's a jar of teeth, there's a jar of hair.